In this next video, I'd like to explain the use of the Inventory tab in the Settings menu. So if I select Settings, skip Login, scroll up to the last item in the list, there's the Inventory item. Select that and it shows you the choices related to inventory mode setup. So the first one is the Inventory Interface Provider. So the default is off, but there's two different modes of inventory interfacing that we currently support. One is the Icon Native, which several pharmacy systems are in the process of adopting. And the other one is McKesson IVI, where we've developed an interface that works with McKesson Enterprise RX's pharmacy system. So you'd select one of those two depending on how you wanted to use the interface. If you're not going to interface the icon with your system for inventory mode, then you would leave that in the off state. So what the interface supports is the ability for the icon to pull the pharmacy system for the current quantity on hand when you're doing an inventory count. And so we can display that as a reference point at the top of the inventory counting screen. And then when you press finish, we would automatically update the pharmacy system with the quantity you just counted, eliminating the need to do any data entry and speeding up the process as well as avoiding any potential entry errors. So the next selection here is auto delete inventory after you export. So once you export your data, you eventually want to delete it to make sure that you don't add to those transactions the next time you do your inventory. You want to start fresh. So you can set up to auto delete after you perform your export. But if you want, you can wait and do that manually to be sure that the data was actually received by your pharmacy system, didn't get corrupted in the transfer process. So we leave that up to you to decide how you best want to handle that. The next selection is to download your inventory data. So if you select that, it's going to tell you it's looking for a USB device. So if I go ahead and plug in a USB device, and I select my download inventory, it lets me know that it's exported my inventory data successfully. It also validated that it has not deleted the inventory data, and you should verify the contents of what you've just downloaded before you do your delete. That happened pretty quickly because I only have a few transactions. If you're doing your own after counting thousands of different drugs, it would take a few more seconds, but not a whole long time to export that data. The last choice is to delete the inventory data. Once you're sure you've successfully downloaded it, you can come here and manually delete it by hitting yes at this screen, and now you've just deleted all the inventory counts that you performed on your icon. That concludes our inventory settings menu.